What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. We're getting ready to get this thing cracking tonight for the party line. But before we get this thing cracking, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on your way in. We got you covered. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Welcome to the cage. We have the party line tonight, but I don't think it's going to be much of a party after the conversations that we've had with many Falcon fans about the performance that was a bit lackluster last night. But hey, let's go ahead and keep it honest, man. I don't think this, we might as well start calling this the panic line tonight, the way I've been hearing people talk, as well as myself this morning. So I got K Dub in the building. I got to bring my man up in the building tonight. What's up, K Dub?
How you doing? How you doing? Glad to be in the building tonight. Historian, get into this. I guess we could say a win, but we all watched it and we're trying to figure out what that was last night. So we'll delve and dive into it, and we'll see what we put our soliloquies on this night. And like I said, it's still good to be in the building tonight. Good to see you. Other than that, let's go.
Man, good to see you too, man. It's always a blessing to see all the folks that tune in to us, but especially the folks that definitely put in the work and grind in the cage, man. Definitely always lovely to see y'all, man. But man, last night we go 15-9. I mean, we win 15-9, lackluster performance as usual. So, I mean, this season has been up and down, but last night was just bad offensively, bad. I want your soliloquies on this before we let our first guest come through. And by the way, folks, it's open for all folks that want to come through here and you want to talk about what happened last night. Whether it's positive, whether it's negative, we just want your thoughts and your feedback tonight. It's just what it's gonna be. What you got, K Dub?
Well, man, my thoughts of the thing is the defense played pretty good football. I mean, I understand it was against a 2-11 football team, but in this league, it's tough to get wins, man. I don't care who it is in this league; it's tough to get wins. So we have to credit them for that. But the thing is, it seemed like Jimmy Lake has gotten the drift. He's been playing a lot better and calling better games as a defensive coordinator. But our offensive coordinator seems like he's limited because he's scared to even call the type of game he wants to call because of the turnover issues that our starting quarterback is turned into. I mean, we've been saying for weeks, though. I mean, it's the writings on the wall. Now you have the outside noise. Really, this is just past the local noise. Now it's the national noise starting to crash down on Coach Raheem because if you know football, you know that Penix should have been out there. This guy's looking like a shell of himself. He done swagged himself right to the bench, like I've been saying. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts, because we could not muster enough offense against a team on national television looking like a disgrace to the National Football League last night, going against Desmond Ridder, our afterthought of a quarterback. But that's just my assessment. I'm still happy that the defense came to play, and the special teams coordinator did an awesome job of coaching his guys up on the special team. So it's some bright spots to look at. I can tell that those coaches got the drift and got the memo and the text message. But this offensive coordinator and this quarterback, I mean, there's just things I just don't understand what they're doing, how they're doing it. But I think it's maybe above Coach Raheem's head. I mean, there's some speculation out there that he's basically a puppet right now for the management or the owner, or maybe Mitch McKay may have his hands behind doing something to where we can't bench this guy, because there's no reason why you can't bench this guy. Looking at the numbers, looking at his overall demeanor, looking at how he's carrying the offense, is piss poor. I mean, and as a Falcon fan and as a loyalist and a diehard Falcon fan, speaking for everyone. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I want to speak for everyone. Get this guy up out of here. Let number 9 shine. You want to win, put Penix in. That's what I'm about right now. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic.
We got William in the building, man. I'm going to let him go. We got a guest in here before I get to you guys. Will, what's up, man? We can barely see you. You might want to turn your light on, man, if you can. What's up?
What's going on, fellas, man? What I'm gonna say about it, man, the defense salute J.C. Bates and Justin Simmons in the front seven getting to the quarterback on Desmond Ridder. But man, Raheem Morris, I seen on the press conference, he's saying about he ain't made a decision yet who will be starting quarterback for the Giants. It's that time, man. Hate to say Kirk Cousins, it's done. It's right on the book. So go ahead and start the rookie in, and hopefully next season, we free that cap space up and work some magic. But we got the free. We signed Drew Don for a contract. But overall, it's some work to do on offense, man. Outside of Bijan Robinson, salute to him for 123 rushing yards, and we gotta give our hats to number 7. He played his ass off, and moving forward, man, we can't take the Giants lightly. Even though they tanking, but they got a good front 7, so we gotta be on that 8 game and at least put 27 points on them boys or 30. But moving forward, man, we just gotta clean up and just try to finish the season strong.
All right.
Okay. Can't argue with you. Can't argue with you on that one. I mean, when you look at everything that's going on with these Falcons, man, it's at this point, we've heard two sides of it. We've heard people saying, well, y'all need to be appreciative of the win. Yeah, we got the win. We're still in the playoff hunt. We're still in it. We lose yesterday, then it pretty much becomes that much more arduous to even get in. But we're in it. We still in it, 7-7. At this point, what is Coach gonna do? That's the question at this point, because Tampa has a chance to lose to Dallas because they starting to get hot as a firecracker right about now. You still have Carolina, you still got New Orleans who's figuring this out, and there's so many other intricacies that all I can say is at this point, all you can do is just shake your head at this point, because my thing is this. I wanted to say the rookie. I said this morning, but guess what? The person that you need to put in, if you're going to throw him in there and you want to win, you need to go ahead and bench Caleb McGarry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You got to put Storm Norton in there if you want to protect Penix and let the kid shine. You have to bench McGarry, because the last thing we need at this point is that man right there that they're talking about possibly putting in going down. That's the last thing we need. So, Coach Ra, I challenge you to sit a guy. If you're gonna sit Cousins down, go ahead and sit McGarry down right along with him, because he's been as abysmal as Kirk Cousins has. Period.
Man, just call it for what it is. That man have been butt cheek, flat out butt cheek. I'm talking about boondock booty butt cheek. That's what he been. It is what it is.
And he only had like 3 good games this year. Let's be honest. He only had 3 good games this year. in important situations, which was surprising to me. 3. And we expected more, but I said, man, I still want Storm Norton in there. If we gonna put Penix in there, give me somebody that's gonna protect his backside like their life depends on it. That's where I'm at with it.
And we wanted.
I mean, I say reshuffle the line, reshuffle that whole line.
We don't reshuffle the line so many times, man. Don't make no sense. But
here's the thing: the only piece you need to reshuffle is Storm Norton, because when he's in there, they're a totally different offensive line.
Ryan, I think Ryan Newsom
totally
too.
different.
I think Ryan Newsom too for
and Ryan Newsom,
it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
it's
need
just
more than just
fascinating.
Storm. I like what Cam said. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just can't. It's just fascinating to me that we asked this defense and special team to step up. They gave up 4 sacks, 3 turnovers, 3 blocks, and the offense can only manage 15 points, and we barely won against a 2-11 Raiders team. 2-11. We're 2-12 right now. And you would think we would be more happy with a win. I'm happy with the dub. Never gonna be happy with not winning. We won, but it's just the fact that we played on national TV, Monday Night Football, and the entire country got to see our Atlanta Falcons football team, and nobody, and I mean nobody, really legitimately take this team seriously, but us. Nobody. And now they flex one of our games. We'll talk about that Thursday. But it's just to me that we had a chance to really gain some momentum and gain confidence to the next game. Because this right now, it's win or go home. If we don't win, we're not in. Flat out, end of the story. Before we worried about the Dallas Cowboys, in Tampa, we need to worry about winning our game. We need to win the remainder of our football game. But it's just the way that we played offensively. We look so. It's just the word can't describe how bad we looked offensively. It just didn't make no sense to me. And then shout out to the defense and shout out to Kadero Hodge. Why can't this man get on the field?
That's what I've been saying all year. I've been trying to figure that out all year, and I've been advocating for this man to get on the field.
What?
Been advocating for this.
You've seen what he can do on special teams. Put this man in on offense, because we need a spark. And I don't get playing Penix too early right now, because I want the young man to get the speed of the game, get the understanding, knowledge of the game. But for us to get into the playoffs, we might have to put this man in
at the last little bit of the season.
We have no spark. We have no spark on offense.
If we truly look at it, let's look at the Denver Broncos situation, right? Yeah. Denver brought in Russell Wilson. They got rid of him after a year. Then they turned to Bo Nix, and look where that team is at right now.
9-5.
I need you to answer why they got rid. I need you to talk about why they got rid of Russell, because it wasn't the fact that Russell was bad. Russell was balling when he got a hold of that offense. They damn near was a playoff team.
Sean didn't want him. It was almost another VY and Jeff Fisher situation.
That was because Sean Payton didn't want him, and that wasn't his guy. That's why he booted him. And you see what he's doing in Pittsburgh right now.
It was the VY Jeff Fisher situation all over again.
He was 24.
Said he should have been but here's the thing. We said he should have been in Atlanta. Think about it. Veteran quarterback that had a similar playing style, just like Penix. Veteran quarterback to learn from, a man that's won a championship, a man that knows how to prepare, a man that knows how to get out of dodge and make plays and not turn over the football.
And he was cap friendly.
$1.5 million. You mean to tell me that they didn't want to spend $1.5 million for a proven veteran quarterback that was a winner? Like just make that make sense to me.
Cap friendly, man. Cap friendly.
Tearing the bucket over a tsunami, because that's what we gave Kirk Cousins.
Now this man looked like he had no confidence. No confidence.
No. Did anyone watch the interview after the game with Kirk Cousins when he was talking to the sideline reporter?
Yeah, he was hanging his head down. He looked like he got his cookies took.
Did you see any confidence? Did you see any confidence in that man whatsoever?
No.
No.
No,
I'm gonna
He's
be
been
honest
looking
with
like
you.
that
no.
over the last 6 weeks, bro. He's
No.
looked like that for the last 6
I-
weeks.
All I'm gonna say is this here. I've already said it, and I stand on what I said. Raheem, you on borrowed time with me, bruh. I don't give a damn if it is your first year. Everybody else can stand with you, but I'm standing on the opposite side of the fence. You got to win me over because we vouched for you all year, and you came in doing all this here, bumping your gums. You came in here. We're a quarterback away from this. We had more deficiencies. It was exposed this year.
Oh yeah.
And the bad part about it wasn't the good teams exposing us. It was the bad teams. That's the problem.
It's crazy how this team went from having less talent last year to having a roster full of talent right now, and we look worse than last year. And that was a 7-10
you
football
blow
team.
a 4-game division lead because of stubbornness.
Exactly. That was a 7-10 team last year, and they look better than this team currently. How is that possible?
I don't know. I don't know.
How is it possible?
We're 1-4 against the AFC. I don't know.
Bro, like we literally went from having one of the number one red zone defenses. We had one of the top 10, top 15 defenses in the league last year. This defense is currently ranked 24th, if I'm correct.
24th, you're right.
Red zone defense, they're almost ranked at the bottom of the league.
We're 30th.
So how do you go from having the number 2 red zone defense last year, the number 12 defense last year, to being at the very bottom of the league in a year?
Wait a minute. No,
coaching.
We had the number 1. Let's correct that. We had the number 1 red zone defense last year with the number the number 10. The number 10 overall. No, we were number 1 because it was only 20% conversion on Atlanta's defense last year in the red zone. Our defense held up in the red zone. We just couldn't put points on the board.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to see what the swagger is about in the locker room because you can tell how some of the players were reacting when we got 3 and out. 3 and out. Like why look at Darnell.
I'm trying to figure out if y'all seen all the cameras kept panning the pennies. They weren't doing purpose to bring it, man.
I'm gonna say this here, and that they do that every week. I don't care about that. What I care about is and I'm gonna tell you what I saw. That defense after this game was over. Did you see who they went towards?
Penix?
No, Jerry Gray. I want y'all to. We keep talking about this damn quarterback spot. Let's talk about this defense right now because we was crying about we couldn't get sacks. We got pressure. We've been getting sacks the past couple of weeks. Guess who? I want y'all to really think about who's been making these changes.
We got 13 sacks in 3 games.
Because here's the thing: we gonna beat the quarterback topic up to death. But I really want to talk about the change that y'all have seen. And let's be real, Jerry Gray has been the key to that.
Oh,
think about that. I got to give Jimmy Lake's making the calls.
It's been a collection of all
think about that.
I think Jerry Gray took over.
Raheem said it was a collection of all of them.
Man, of course he gonna take. Of course he gonna take credit for it when it go good. Yeah. Of course he is. Because when it was bad, he damn sure didn't say nothing about it. No, he don't get a pass like that.
Raheem got on the Zuso and a pimp smile. Come on, man.
Well, I say this, but even outside of the Raiders and Desmond, we knew Desmond was going to give us 2 turnovers last night. We knew 1 or 2, but they've generated sacks within the past couple of weeks. That is what I'm getting at. If you look at it, you know Jerry's had his hands in a little bit more, but nobody wants to talk about that. That whole defense went over there and was slapping fives, laughing, and cutting up with Jerry Gray. They didn't go over there by Jimmy Lake. Pay attention to that.
In the first 6 weeks, we generated 9 sacks. In 3 weeks alone, we got 13.
That exactly. And the one thing that me and Ryan have both been saying, Jimmy Lake needs to lean on Jerry Gray.
Yeah, he does.
He needs to lean on Jerry Gray. And it looks like that advice has been taken to heart, and he's been doing what he's supposed to do because, again, the one thing that I've been saying from day one with Jimmy Lake, He needs to learn how to call up a pass blitz from different spots on the football field. If we watch Caden Ellis last night, that man moved all over the field. That man traveled all over. You couldn't keep your eyes on him because he moved them consistently. So he was a disruptor. He's been the guy that I've been asking for all season. So the minute Jimmy Lake got his head out his behind, removed his ego, went to Jerry Gray and said, "Hey, coach, look, I'm getting my behind handed to me. Help me out. Help me out. This is Friday Night Light. I'm sorry, not Friday Night, but Remember the Titans. Coach, they cook him a grits. Help me out here.
Yeah.
Help me out here.
I can't trust you. I would want.
Whoa. But it just for me, I appreciate Jimmy Lake coming back down to earth and realizing that you got a freaking cheat code over there in Jerry Gray that's been in the league longer than you, that got more experience than you, that played the position, and understand. And now you now really chiming in. Just wonder if you would have did that in week 2 and week 3, what the defense could have been.
And Gray, this is what I keep telling everybody. We already know what the problem is at the quarterback spot. We all know this. We talk about this. We've been talking about this all season.
Yeah.
The reason I got to harp on the defense, and it's not just because of last night. It's been, and I said I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait. We have all these sacks that we're garnering right now at this point. We have all these sacks we're piling up right now. We're bringing in. We had to change something. You had to change something. And it had to be in that locker room because, as I said before, Jimmy Lake is earning respect in his locker room or trying to get some type of respect. Jerry Gray has that respect. And you saw that last night when they put the camera on him and those guys were going over there by him.
Farrell, that's a terrible analogy, my boy. I'm a wrestling fan. That's a terrible analogy.
Horrible.
That's a horrible analogy. Horrible. I've been watching wrestling since the 80s. That's a terrible.
We give Raheem his credit when he does, but at the same time, we need him to be accountable and be like, look, maybe I kept Kirk in a little bit too long than I should, and now it's time for us to turn to the rookie. That's all. That's pretty much what 90% of the fan base, 92.9% the game is saying. Look, we messed up. Yeah, we messed up. Our bad. Let's try to fix it and put it in penny. Exactly.
It's okay, Dub. I want to hear what you got to say about this here because we all talk about I want to hear what you think about this defense because yesterday, we're playing against a 2-11 team. We're supposed to do what we're supposed to do. The defense gave us opportunities yesterday to put points on the board. And when you look at how they put points on, how we did not capitalize on putting points on the board, it's got to be an issue with the defense every week when they know that they're figuring out how to step up and do things. What do you think the mindset is like on this defensive side of the ball with these guys, with putting it all on the line and their offense is coming up short? What do you think their mindset is at this point?
Well, like I said, man, these guys go to practice each week. It's a lot of things that they can't say and would like to say. And hey, it is what it is, man. These guys are getting tired of coming out there, putting their hearts in and putting their laying it out on the line, putting it all out there on the dirt and on the field, and then they got their quarterback turning around and doing what he's doing. So I feel like you don't want to lose this team and lose this defense, man. You want to keep them eager, keep their fire in their belly, keep them playing with their hair on fire, going out there getting those sacks, going out there being disruptive, going out there getting those turnovers. So if we're going to do that, it is what it is. I'm going to quit trying to talk about the same topic, but it goes right back into where you need play from, and that's the number one spot on the team. So I just feel like the defense is playing great. If it's Raheem, if it's Jimmy Lake, if it's Jerry Gray, I'm told it's a combination of all three of them. They're putting their heads together. That's why the defense is playing great. I'm gonna give everybody their kudos because that's what the report says that I'm hearing. So I'm just not going to single out Jerry Gray. I'm going to give him his kudos, but it's supposed to be a collection of all three of them putting their heads together and getting this defense on the right track, and they have done so. We just need the offense to put up more points, and I'm leaving it at that.
I mean, we're getting ready to play another bad team. Even though they got a good front, they're still a bad football team.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put up more than 15
coaching
points.
Matters. Coaching matters.
Exactly.
So one of our guys that we get on here, our guy Thomas, he hasn't been able to go on. He sent something to the business email today. So I'm gonna read this for you. So shout out to our guy Thomas or whatnot that comes through. He said all McKay hires. Yeah. So Thomas has been an advocate on getting this man Raheem up out of here since day one. I tried to give him a chance. This is a second time head coach. Even though it's his first year here, you're a second time head coach. It should be some things that you know off the bat. So for me at this point, I'm like this. I'm not giving you borrowed time, bro. You walked in. If you'd have walked in here a little bit more humble than you did, then maybe you know what? Hey, bumps in the road. But nah, the way you came in, we gonna run the division. We got this here. No. When you do that, you put the expectations on you, and we expect you to deliver either a playoff appearance and a division title. You got to bring something here, because if you don't, the seat's gonna get warm. You're not gonna get fired in your first year, but the seat is gonna get warm and possibly hot because of the money that was spent, and you fumbled the bag on a bad division. But this is what Thomas Tech pretty much wrote in the email. He said all McKay hires has been softies, playing it safe for his own image. Bill Belichick resume don't impress me, but I'd rather have him than Raheem. He said y'all was he's talking about all of us because we was giving him grief about it. He said y'all was telling me give Raheem a chance when I was saying he's booty cheeks. So I just kept quiet because every show I would have been a negative Nancy, when in reality I was just being honest, and he put LOL. So shout out to our guy Thomas out there. I can't be mad at him because guess what? The proof is in the pudding. Can't argue what's going on.
You've been butt cheek.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at him, but I'm just still not on the Bill Belichick train. You could have said we could have hired another coach, but it didn't have to be Bill Belichick.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me answer this one real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me answer this one. So B, I love your question. I promise you I do. And I'm not trying to single you out or talk bad about you, but here's the thing. We know how the NFL works. It's based on wins and losses. When you have a team that has a 4-game lead in your division and you squander it by making terrible decisions or not doing what needs to be done to continue to have your team in a position to win, that's where the criticism comes in. No one wants to fire Raheem. No one is saying that. No one is saying that. At least I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you're the head coach. There are certain decisions that need to be made for the betterment of your football team. If you want to stay hired, there are certain decisions, there are certain principles that have to be followed. When you know the lead guy of your offense is 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions in a total of 5 games, do you continue to let that guy lead your team forward? Or do you have that hard conversation and say, hey, we're benching you for the rookie? Because that is what's needed. He loves to stand in front of everybody, give you these big motivational speeches and these long diatribes of, oh, we're going to play better, we're going to do this, but none of that has happened yet. We haven't seen it.
You being nice with it. I'm not being nice. I don't give a damn. I done told everybody this. Hold up. Yup. It's just where it is. And that's she one of my favorites, dog. But guess what?
Here you go.
You know what it is. Bad guy has arrived. Damn it. Let's go. I'm going to say it just like this here. I don't care whether he's black, whether he's white, because guess what? These guys can tell you, if you were following the show when it started, I was on Arthur Smith's head the same exact way.
Yeah.
So it's not about getting a black man fired. Hell, we were the ones who were talking about hiring a black coach. I can tell you right now, none of the other shows, from Uncle Steve, from freaking ABG, freaking all these other shows that everybody had out there were not saying anything about bringing a black coach in. We were saying this before we had the introduction and everything. We wanted to promote that. But I'm going to tell you just like this. He was not my first choice. The guy that was my choice was Steve Wilkes. And you can go back on record and see that. And then I also said Mike Singletary should have been hired here in Atlanta. So I promote black coaches for number one. For number two, everybody already knows, look, I'm a dog fan, but damn it, I support HBCUs too. So you can't sit there and say that I want a black man fired, because let's keep this a buck. I want a brother to succeed in the city of Atlanta and do well, because it's long overdue. But when you have a man that is incompetent of understanding the flow of the games and the ebbs of the games, and that has shown that he's had a bad track record, go back to his Tampa Bay days. You are what you are. You can change, but not much has changed since he was in Tampa. Not much has changed. Everybody's like, oh, this is his first year. No, this is his first year in Atlanta. This is his second year as a head coach. Second stint as a head coach. So It's not that I want him to be fired after the first year. No, but the thing is, we going to hold his feet to the fire when you come in here and you start running off at the mouth and you're writing checks that your ass can't cash. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. So Arthur Smith had 3 years. He was a spoiled child, and we were on his head every week. And you can go back and see that. So it's not a black and white thing. It's about, can you win, and can you get this team past a 7-win mark? That is what we are striving for. We are striving for a division title. We are striving for a playoff run. It has nothing to do with him being a black man, because I can tell you right now, I guarantee you, half of us, because all of us are vets on this panel, I guarantee you we've dealt with some of the same political BS that man dealt with when we were in our own uniforms. So we understand the struggles of being in that corporate setting, and you're being in a minority in a situation. Hell, I can speak about it. I was in the Coast Guard. It's only 5.7% African Americans in there. So again, when you talk about that, we understand those pressures. It's not about getting him fired. It's about the fact that we need him to get results, because the last thing you need to do is go into these press conferences making not just yourself look bad and foolish, you're making your team look foolish.
Not just the team. There's other black coaches that are.
No, we not mad. It's just we've had some comments that have come through there, but we were not mad. We got you though. But I will say this though: if Raheem Morris do win a Super Bowl though, I will give up my disability check and buy this man unlimited lemon pepper wings and some shrimp. I'm telling you that now. He win us a Super Bowl. I got drinks on deck for him. But right now, I got to hold his feet to the fire right now, because guess what? Homeboy is in hot water with me.
Butt cheek.
All right. So now let me go ahead and switch back to.
Yeah, get back. Yeah, turn back to the normal guy, not the bad guy. But
back. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man,
right now.
Yeah, that
no. You good though. Hey, this is one of the best commenters out here in the game. Real talk. BA Square, she's one of the best. She comes through. She shows love. I definitely got mad love for her, because she definitely loves the Falcons through and through. And ladies and gentlemen that's tuning into the show, just because you got a disagreement with a family member don't mean you don't love them no less. It's just a disagreement. We all rooting for that damn logo, these funky birds. Championship.
Blood pressure bird. But
cardiac birds.
You know what? We coined the term blood pressure birds here, but a lot of folks like to use our stuff, but it is what it is. Creativity is off the charts, but we got something for that. But let's talk about something else, though. Can we talk about the offensive line? Hurt got sacked and hit a few times last night, which was not good. No. That was not good.
Trash.
Again, the one thing that me and Ryan we've had conversations about, and he kind of started to show off with it, is that Caleb McGarry needs to be sacked, and so does Drew Dalman, because there were a couple snaps where the ball was either too high, too much to the right, too far to the left, and it throws off timing, and it also puts Kirk Cousins in a position where he either has to look up and run or look up and get hit. And that's not good for a guy that's almost my age. Kirk Cousins is I want to say the second most hit quarterback in the NFL since 2017.
That's bad.
Only behind Dak Prescott. So when we know the history of this man, we know his injury history. It also helps with a lot of what he's going through in the backfield also, because he's worrying about, am I going to get that one hit that's going to take me out, or someone going to go at my legs? So, like, I'm not completely throwing Kirk Cousins under the bus, because again, he is statistically a top 10 quarterback. Whether people want to believe it or not, look at the numbers. Statistically, he's a top 10 quarterback. But when your offensive line is getting you hit left and right, especially on your blind side, how confident are you really back there to throw the football? Because you've seen a couple of times where he missed throws that he would normally make.
Yeah.
Because he's starting to rush to throw the football because he's afraid of getting hit.
It just we've been talking about the trenching. Party. Oh man.
Billy Mays,
He ain't lying.
I'm still not
we might just be.
Nah,
Hey,
brother.
he ain't listen. If they gonna help us get in the playoffs, I'm fine with it.
Talk about we owe them one or whatever. But it just we always talked about the trenches. You win football game in the trenches. We went against a 2-11 without their best player on defense, Matt Crosby, still getting cooked. That's frightening. We got to go against a Washington team that can get out to the quarterback.
And remember, the New York Giants defensive line is literally better than the Raiders. Their offense is just garbage. That's the problem. Their offense is garbage,
and they got
their D line is nasty.
And they got a prodigy at wide receiver. That's what makes him come back. They got a guy.
Here's the thing: who gonna throw to him?
I don't. Cam Ward.
I'm doing my best owl impression
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
Cam Ward.
Nah, it's you know what's gonna be crazy?
Kirk Cousins.
Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders is gonna be in New York. One is going to be in New York, and one is going to be in Las Vegas with the Raiders. I can tell you that now.
Shedeur going to the Raiders. I'm promise you that.
Yeah. They're trying to set that all the way up.
They trying to get that up nicely. You fall right on in.
But here's the thing: the one thing that folks don't realize about that New York defensive line is this: the Giants always has a defensive line. They could be one of the worst teams in the league. And you can go back to their days in the 70s when it was in dark days after their championship runs in the 50s and 60s, pretty much in the 50s. They always had defensive linemen and they've always had linebackers. That is something that New York has always prided itself on. And it's no different now. You look at what they have now. Their defense ain't the problem. It's the offense.
Quarterback play.
Quarterback play. Daniel Jones literally fleeced them out of money.
Wait
a minute. Just like we got fleeced out of money.
And now he's getting 12-2 with a freaking football team right now. That winning football game. No, he got to get that whole clipboard.
Let me make this clear. Ladies and gentlemen, this line is open for y'all to come through with us. We gonna have a regular show on Thursday when we gonna do all the talking like we doing now. We want y'all to come on in and chat with us. We not attacking. This is one of these nights where look. Normally the party line is ecstatic, but tonight this feels more like I'm not even gonna say the panic line. I'm gonna say this is just one of them nights where you got them shots, you taking them shots just to chill your nerves. This is what one of them nights are.
It don't even feel like we won last night.
I understand it. I understand it doesn't, but the key thing is with our fan bases. Last week when we lost, everybody, their mama, cousin, and brother on here want to get they have a soliloquy, but we win. Where you at? That's what I'm looking at.
No, they still probably in shock at how we played last night. You had millions on top.
Mike Penix is Michael Penix is officially the starting quarterback for the Falcons. Just got released. Kirk Cousins finally goes to the bench.
Wow.
Hold up.
He pulled the
Let's go.
He pulled the trigger.
Let me go ahead and pull. It took, but here's the problem.
He pulled the trigger.
It shouldn't have taken him this long to do that.
I kind of figured it was going to happen after that the press conference he did last night. I had an inkling it was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen.
But bruh, it should have never taken this long.
Absolutely not. It should have happened after the Denver game. In my opinion, it should have happened after the Denver game.
So this is Myles Garrett reporting that, ladies and gentlemen, and also Tom Pelissero and a few other people are finally starting to report that. So this is from Myles Garrett of the local news that just called it. So we have Kirk Cousins officially going to the bench. Kirk Cousins will be in his feelings, and it doesn't matter. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, for all my Georgia Bulldog fans, I got some good news for you. Dane Key of the Kentucky Wildcats has just committed to the University of Georgia. We got another playmaker, y'all. Finally.
Yep.
Finally.
Coach Moore has named Michael Penix Jr. the starting quarterback moving forward.
I'm going to tell you right now, all I'm waiting on now is Georgia to go ahead and go get Zachariah Branch. That's all I'm waiting on right now.
Go get Ryan Wentz.
If Ryan Wentz in the portal, you go get him. Go get him.
He's in the transfer portal. He jumped in it this morning.
Yep.
He jumped in the transfer portal this morning. He's going to Ohio State or he going to Colorado. I bet money on that.
He probably going with Coach Prime.
He going with Prime with Juju. I can tell you that now. But let's get back to the Falcons. We'll have a, you know what? The hell with it. We gonna do. You know what? The hell with it. We gonna do it like this here tonight. We talking football, whether it's the Falcons or whether it's college ball, because the college football playoffs start this weekend. So you know what? For all my college football fans in here too, we definitely are gonna bring some of this up in here. So, all right. So let's talk about it. We're looking at the Falcons at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see that I didn't got happy now.
I think everybody got happy all of a sudden.
You're damn right.
This is the party
You're damn right.
This is the party line again.
About to break that Penix out there.
This is no longer.
Look, we got Penix about to start now. Now, all I need for Raheem to do now, just get Storm Norton in there, please. Please get him in there. I need you to protect my quarterback backside, please.
Can we get Cordero Hodge?
Can we get Cordero Hodge some packages?
That guy right there.
Exactly.
That guy right there on my phone. Can we get him, please?
Hey, I've been saying, but here's the problem. I've been saying get Cordero Hodge in there with these guys. Get him packages with the speed that this man has. And let's just be real. Cordero Hodge has won a couple of games for us this year. 3 games right now. The New Orleans game he won.
And last night. And the Tampa Bay game when he catches the slant route and takes it to the house.
Yep.
This man has won 3 games for us. Guess what? Put him in.
Reward him.
Because I'm gonna be 100 with you on this. I know y'all love Ray McLeod, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I want to see this dude slide up in there and take some of them reps. That's just me.
I just say move Ray to return the kicks at this point.
Yeah, at this point, you might as well just move him there because Avery Williams ain't doing much.
Nope.
Yeah, no, he ain't doing nothing at all.
And remember, we still have one wide receiver that didn't even touch the field this year.
Yeah, the dude that we drafted.
No. My boy from Arizona that we got that blew his knee out.
Oh, Moore.
Yeah, Rondale Moore ain't touched the field yet.
You think
so now think about this.
He should be. I would bring
Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, and now you have Cordero Hodge that should be getting some stuff. Moore. All I'm gonna say is this: at this point, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to trade Kirk at this point because with as bad as he's been playing, fellas, I don't think he's gonna get traded.
Hey, do you think this man is playing hurt?
Do I think Kirk is hurt?
Yeah.
I don't think he's hurt. I think he's mentally gone. The one thing that I said about Desmond Ritter last year, once you get that in your head every time you think you're going to throw a pick, it's going to mess with you. And you saw it again, and you saw it rear its ugly head last night. After Desmond threw that first pick, Desmond started doing this again.
But if you notice when he started to play free, you take away the interception last night, the last one. He outplayed Kirk Cousins.
Absolutely.
He outplayed Kirk Cousins.
Absolutely.
This is Ritter. And this is what makes it even worse. Ritter had a chance to win the game and was moving the ball on the defense.
Two times. They had 2 opportunities. No,
sir.
No.
Ray is not better than Rondell Moore.
All I'm going to say is this here. I think you might want to go look at the footage of that. Ray is a good receiver, but Ray ain't got nothing on Rondell. Rondell is another. I'm going to give you this.
Hey, look, see if the Bears take the fair fight for Cal Pitts for Duzier.
That ain't happening, player.
Not happening. Not happening.
I'm with you on that, K-Dub. You know what? Me and you ain't seen eye to eye with a lot.
They got freaking Clement. You must be crazy.
Hold up. I got something for you. Wait a minute. Look who done decided to stop in here. He ain't got no church. Look, he ain't got no church communion. He ain't got no dog. He ain't got no doggone plate. All I can say is at this point, is this a robot? I think so. Let me go ahead and thank you. Got to get the robots up out of here. We starting to move. Look, we starting to kind of move up a little bit now. We getting robots to jump in the chat, boy. We moving on up.
Wow.
We got the Cricket Deacon in the place to be. Once you get settled over there, I'll bring you up. Make sure you ain't eating no whole sandwich on here either, man. I'm talking trash today. I don't care.
How you doing, John?
John, your head coach has finally pulled the trigger and sat your favorite quarterback down. Your favorite pin cushion, as we would say.
The $100 million man.
Man,
John.
After watching what I saw last night, that was the most underwhelming victory I've ever seen in my life. I mean, oh boy, I feel about as bad as that for this victory as I would for a loss, because the announcers were dull. I mean, I was hearing no excitement out of them, whatever, but that was different from what was going on in the stadium, because people were calling me from the stadium talking about everybody out there fighting. I mean, the black hole came from Oakland straight to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
They said that they really were crunk up last night, win, lose, or draw. And they've always been those types of fans, but you couldn't tell it by the announcers last night. I mean, I thought we were having a funeral for a friend.
They were honored, though.
Hey, John.
They were honored, though.
But that's what I want our fan base to be. I want you to be nervous when you come into Atlanta. I want you to think like, you know what? I got to be on my best. How you say, John? When you go to the church house, you got to be on your best behavior. When granddaddy up in there singing in the choir, you sitting in that pew by yourself. You got Miss Berta with the peppermints. You get out of line, she gonna pinch you right on the arm if you get out of check. That's the type of environment I want. I want pressure on you when you nervous. You leave it look wrong. You know what's gonna happen.
We got popped in the mouth.
Yeah.
Well,
I got hit with a fan a couple of times.
Wait a minute, you got hit with that old. You got hit with that old raggedy fan.
Yes, sir.
Quick.
Yes,
I was
younger, sent to the bench.
When I was younger, they used to take you outside. And there were some people who didn't want to come. There were some people who didn't even want to come to the church because they thought that was a ritual. This church bring outside to beat the hell out of you.
We just getting the bad spirit out of them.
Oh man, look here. Hey, it's been many times, you talking and all this type of stuff. Foot. They sitting Kirk Cousins. They didn't set Kirk Cousins according to what it.
John, I got something good for you too. You remember how we mixing this up with with college playoffs right now, as well as the Falcons news, Georgia just got one of the best receivers in the country with Dan Key.
Mm-hmm.
He played at Kentucky and was. I just told you, dog, you're not finna be eating on camera, dog.
Yeah.
I just told you that, man. The hell wrong with
Hey,
you?
look. Hey, look, you gotta start listening, man. This is ridiculous.
Nah, dog. Listen,
He was too hungry to listen.
he don't give a darn. No, we said, listen. If
Yeah,
you own
hey
the
Ryan,
show,
you right.
we've already
You
put
right.
out the
I heard
rules.
you. I heard you. I heard
We
you.
put out the rules. Please, if you're gonna come on here, please
I heard
be
you.
respectful to the platform. We don't need to see you eating a buffet while you on the show.
Yeah.
Like now, when you finish your meal, you can come through here, but you ain't finna come up on here like that.
So
Yeah,
quick question. Quick question.
Go ahead. Go
with
ahead.
hungry people on the platform? No, we not. No, I don't want
Nah,
to see that.
it's just a matter of professionalism. We laugh and we joke.
Oh, yeah,
that,
yeah.
hey, have some respect for the platform, please.
What you got, King?
Quick question for
I
you,
agree.
fellas. Quick question. What does having or what does receiving the news of Penix taking over? Does Zach Robinson
He getting ready to open up the offense.
No,
Yeah.
does he get put on the hot seat
Always
if he continues with this bland vanilla play calling?
Oh yeah.
He couldn't, but you gotta think about it. He couldn't do nothing with Kirk. He really could not run.
Yeah.
Think about this, and you know this from being a coach, Cam. You know players' limitations.
Yeah.
It was only so much that he was gonna get. And
Yeah.
at this point, Atlanta has to eat that 180. Guess what? If Penix goes down, God forbid, knock on wood, praying that he don't, guess what? You got to bring that fool back in. I don't want to see him no more.
No.
I'm good. After last night, really, it was after last week. I'm good.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him.
Well, they can't.
You be a fool. You know how much we lose in the cap?
That's a $65
$40
million cap hit.
40 mil?
45.
You know, hey, cause thing is that and the crazy part about it, you done already paid this man his guaranteed money. Then the cap hit on top of that.
Yeah, first 2 years.
You know,
first 2 years.
So see, the thing that scares me at this time, this man is a rookie. The whole collective weight of the 2024 Atlanta Falcons season is landing squarely on his neck.
No, we're not going. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
See,
it's not gonna be on. It's not gonna be on Penix. It's not gonna be on Penix. It's gonna be on Raheem because now Raheem finna have some heat on him there.
Let me explain. Because it's us that know better. But your fan base is going to expect for him to come in here and rescue this mess. Okay? They're going to come in. They're going to expect him to rescue this mess. Raheem Morris as a head coach, true. He's going to be the one that's going to be held responsible. Okay? Him, Fontenot, Beatles. However, Zach Robinson, TJ Yates, Raheem Morris, these jokers here have to get this man. Huh?
You forgot one.
Who?
You got Doug Williams Jr. That's the assistant quarterback coach on this team as well. Doug,
okay.
Doug Williams. No, Doug Williams' son is the one that actually dubs up a lot of the plays and whatnot. And he also works in that quarterback room and helps out too.
Well, he's
a part of that too. Everybody keep forgetting about Doug Williams' son.
See, okay. Because see, I'm trying to think. At any rate, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that thing is on them starting this week because see, this is saver season now. This is saver season.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with
this
that.
is saver season, and the quarterback being the captain of the ship, he's in charge of the ship. Once he gets out there on that field, that team belongs to him. Okay, his decision making and everything, it belongs to him. So now, that's why I said that this is going to be on him. You know, and this is really, man, it's really unfair. It's really unfair because your former starter just screwed the season up, screwed it up, and now here you go, and then you don't have that right tackle on that right side. Man, look here. He better be rolling to the left every damn play. He better
Hey,
be
hold up.
rolling to the
If I
left.
let you, I'm gonna tell you like this. If I let you back in here and I see a drop of food, if you even put anything in your mouth, dog, I'm booting you from the space tonight. So we good on that. I'm letting you know this now. So if I bring you back in here and you eating, it's not forever. It's just for the night because you've been warned.
Hey, John, but this is what I would say.
Go ahead.
And I understand what you're saying. I 100% understand what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. But I would still say we can't put the lion's share on Penix's neck because your head coach waited until we had 3 games left in the season, where we're a game behind, to make this decision. You forget Penix is still going to have he's still going to have those rookie issues because again, he's only played 7 to 10 snaps in the regular season.
He a rookie.
And we okay with we understand he's a rookie. He ain't got much time. I expect it, but guess what? His legs are gonna get him out of trouble.
That's what I'm saying. But we can't put
13 years in the league, no excuses.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying to John's point, we can't say that no,
I'm not blaming him for the season.
Okay.
I'm not blaming him for the season. No.
To save it.
Yeah. I'm not blaming him for where we are now. I'm saying that the responsibility for getting us out of this mud hole
got it.
Okay.
Oh, no. There's no way. Hey, Penix is an innocent bystander. Penix is collateral damage.
He's the only innocent bystander.
He's an innocent bystander. He couldn't do anything about this. He can't make the coach put him in, but
you're right.
But the thing is that he is going to be looked at because just like you said, and I said a long time ago, there is about an inch difference between the coordinator seat and the head coach seat, but that is the biggest doggone inch with the weight and responsibility that it has. Once you move from here to here, boom,
all you can do is just shake your head at this one now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I got a question.
You got it on you.
I got a question. No, I'm just gonna say, now that we know Penix is now QB1 for this week, I want to ask the panel there, how is Dak Robinson is gonna try to get this man along into the offense? What can you expect from play calling from a young rookie quarterback and from a first year?
Play action. What he did at Washington.
He's lighting it up. Apparently, practice he's lighting it up.
One at a time, please. Go ahead, Cam.
Play action. Bootleg and move the pocket. Allow him to stay upright and to be able to scan the field.
Right.
If you have to bring in Fitzpatrick as an additional blocker on the side of Caleb McGarry because the man's going to need help, do that. We may end up having to lose a receiver to do it, but do it because you don't want him to go out here in his first game and get hurt. Knock on wood. I'm not wishing that on Penix at all. But we all know the track record of Caleb McGarry.
Yes, Lord.
We all know this man is a walking turnstile.
Yeah.
Michael Penix is left-handed, so his back is going to be turned to Kayvon Thibodeau. We all saw what happened. We all saw what happened to the Arizona quarterback a couple weeks ago. He got hit with a blindside hit.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name. We all saw what happened to him.
He got blasted.
That potentially could be Mr. Penix if Caleb McGarry does not do his job, which is why he needs to go to the bench. Plain and simple. That's the first step, is revamping this offensive line to make sure that man is protected 24/7. That is the first part of the game plan, is get the right offensive line in there to keep him upright.
Hey Cam, let's let Will go because he's been sitting here waiting, man.
But yeah, though, like Coach Cam said, man, Michael Penix, man, he give us the best opportunity to win. He like to read the field. If he see a lot of man to man, he go scramble out the pocket, he first down. But he gonna slide. He not gonna trying to run after contact, trying to do a lot of juking. He not doing all that. He gonna slide first, and he gonna do a lot of bootlegs and play action and just read in the middle of the field. And he might me Tua Tagovailoa a little bit to me. That's how I'm gonna compare him to. But that's all I got to say.
James, what's good, man? What you got?
Man, before I get started, you know I like to say welcome, fellas. How y'all doing tonight, man?
How
Going
you
on with
doing,
you,
Mike?
man?
Even better now that we got a real quarterback and the damn dogs got a receiver that can hold on to the ball. Thank God.
Lord, thank you, Chief.
We got Dane Key coming from Kentucky, boy. We got one.
Man, look, boy, that news just made me so happy, boy. I even had to change my name to Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, is that you, James?
Yeah,
That's
that's me.
James.
Oh,
James got the red light special going on,
I'm trying to
John.
tell you, man. I'm like, man, you got the red light on.
John, look, John. He been listening to TLC. He got the red light special going, and he got the look. He's sitting back, just cooling.
I'm saying, I couldn't even tell. Hold on, let me. Oh yeah, that's James. Yeah, okay.
James done went to the Silhouette Chronicles, dog. We normally say we got to see people's face. Man, we got to call this dude Mr. Smooth Operator. Hey, James, that's your new nickname now, dog. You done earned that from doing this mess.
Man, look, boy, that news had me so happy. I had to turn on the red light. You hear me? Boy, I never been so happy.
Nando, oh
Lord, they done got this.
Nando.
Yeah, we done brought this heathen in. Nando too.
I think I waited 43 years for this moment. Get him out of there, dog. That's been since the Broncos game. I think he been needed to go though, but
I said during the Saints game, bro. Hey, Nando,
the Saints
you
game.
said during the Saints game. We both said that off the record.
Yeah, Saints game. Yep.
Because you hit me up in the DM. You said, hey, you pretty much took John's line. You said, yo, I'm about to go get John, and we getting ready to get that 2x4 and put it across Kirk's backside.
Yeah, I think he been whooping himself mentally, man. But hey, he probably be a high price backup next year. But I mean, man, we needed it. There is a God. I just want to know how long Raheem was just going to stand on this doggone this little footstool here and just look at everybody. And the whole congregation is telling him.
I wonder if his job, as I said earlier, I wonder if somebody went in the kitchen and turned up the heat on that seat for
Arthur Blank.
That's what I'm wondering.
Arthur Blank.
Somebody turned the heat up on that seat. That's why we all talk about this, and it finally done happened.
Arthur Blank put in the egg. Let me talk to you real quick.
Yeah, it might be good old Arthur did it, like y'all saying. But I had to drop in, boys. I'm at work, man. I had to see y'all, man. It's a good day.
All right,
hey,
man,
you know it's even better.
What is it,
college football in this too? Y'all Bama boys losing D linemen and wide receivers left and right. Boy, it's like Christmas for me.
Boy, yeah, 30 people.
I know we got a fire sale going, man. They can't nobody. Any coach that they put at Bama, they gonna compare him to Nick Saban. They got a serious problem going down in T-Town. I'm just gonna let y'all know like that right now.
Nando. Let me say this before you go, Nando. Let me say this before you go. Ain't no serious problem going on in T-Town. They just getting the players that they need. They just got a defensive lineman out the portal, Hunter Osborne from Florida, and our cornerback in Botway just came back today. So ain't nothing going on too serious. The one that's only one really starter left, and that was Justice Haynes. That was the running back.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that was the only starter that left. You know, we deep at running back, so we can put running backs in and just keep going. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like I said, though Jay, we just got the I mean, they let the boy recruit, man. I mean, you know
Mhm.
it's serious down there. But I got an inside plug down there. They down there trying to treat that man like he Nick Saban, and he just walked down there. I don't get it. You can't compare
But
one coach to another. I don't get it.
Nando,
Yeah.
your cousin is one of the greatest Alabama wide receivers of all time with Tyrone Prothro. So we already
Yes,
know.
sir.
So we already know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna leave y'all on that note. Picks up, man. K Dub, he in the building. Let's go, K Dub.
So
You
let me say
already
this.
know I'm Team Billy all the way, baby.
So let me say this. With Michael Penis in the game now, I feel like the offense can flow a little bit more fluently like now. Because if you look at the schemes that they have set up, that Kirk Cousins is running, it's a Michael Penix offense from Washington. The pistol formations, the two tight sets, the things that you've seen in the game is a Michael Penix scheme. That playbook was set up for Michael Penix. That's why you heard on Monday when they said Michael Penix was in Kirk Cousins' ear talking to him about some of the plays. Because for the simple fact it is, he ran those plays in college. So, long story short, when it comes down to it, I just think the rest of these three games, only thing he got to do is just play his style of football that he used to and limit the mistakes, and he will be fine because their scheme is made up perfect for him.
You see what I just changed to, right, James?
Yeah, baby.
Either you
Same
get
man.
right or you get left.
Nah, you
Oh,
changed the
yeah.
background.
You see the
Oh
background, right?
Lord.
You see what's on my left. You see that
Yeah.
number 7 silhouette, and you see
Yeah.
what's on the
Oh,
right.
oh yeah. Shout out to Mike Vick, man.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations
Shout out
I
to
on that,
Mike
got
man.
Vick.
That's the reason I put this
Salute.
up. Michael Vick is the new head coach of Norfolk
Norfolk
State.
State.
It's,
HBCUs in the building, baby.
So
Congratulations.
he didn't go for the money. He stayed
Yeah,
at the house.
yeah. And they offer him a
But
lot of money.
John, he ain't got to go nowhere to get talent. You do know that, right? You know that 757 area is loaded with talent.
I heard
Oh yeah.
they loaded
From
with talent over there.
Newport News all the way
Just
down to
think about it,
Hampton.
John.
That DMV
See we
pipeline
mixing college in with this here, so I'm gonna throw this out here for you. I give you this: Lawrence Taylor, Charles Haley, freaking Allen Iverson. For my fight fans out there, Purnell, Sweet Pea Whitaker. I mean, when you talk about Donald Curry, Aaron Brooks, Michael Vick's cousin was nice back in the day. So when you look at and even the Barber brothers, Tiki and Rondé. So when you look at that whole VA area, it's monsters that come up out of there. And our Georgia Bulldogs right now got a few of them, matter of fact, with Chris Cole. So
And he's from the Newport News area.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact,
Atlanta. Look, Atlanta might be getting a
Winston,
pipeline to an HBCU, baby, with Mr. Vick.
Yeah, that's Winston's area up there. But I think I wanted to answer your question, Graybeard, about what we should expect out of the offensive coordinator and the offense this Sunday. See, my faith in Zach Robinson has taken a hit from the time that he started because of the fact that there were little simple adjustments that he could have made to really put the onus on Kirk Cousins, as far as, shortening up some of those routes that they were running, slants, drags across the middle where you get rid of the ball. But in looking at the snap to throw time that Kirk Cousins has had 4, 5, and 6 seconds to get rid of the ball and still will mess a throw up.
Yep.
Okay. So it was beginning to be to me like it was Kirk Cousins, because in week 2, what my pet peeve is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was looking
staring,
like
staring, then patting the ball, making biscuits. And me and James, we get to fussing with other folks about the fact that, your quarterback is sitting up here staring at people. Okay. And once 2 to 3 weeks of a season go by,
the word gets out to all defensive coordinators, to all defensive players. Oh, okay, the scouting report on Kirk Cousins is that wherever he look at, that's where he's gonna throw. Okay.
Yeah.
He's shown that he can look one way and throw the other. But what happens? I'm depending upon the quarterback coach, the assistant quarterback coach, as Ryan has, relayed to me, as well as your offensive coordinator to do something about those tails. It's just like this man is in a poker game telling you everything that's in his hand.
Yeah.
You got to be looking, even if you need to get back there in the backfield with the defensive backs and pretend like you're a receiver. Hey, what are you doing? I mean, you got to stop this. And if it's this simple, you got to correct it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, see, this is why I'm concerned about if you got a quarterback that's been messing up for all this time, through 4 interceptions in one game, through 2 interceptions in the next game, ever since the New Orleans game been messing up. Okay, what's going on in the quarterback room?
Mm-hmm. Good point.
What is he learning?
Good point.
What is he learning? Are you saying, well, Kurt, you'll get him next time? We won't worry about that. Everything will be all right. Instead of putting that size 13 triple E in between Scylla and Charybdis,
Look at Scylla and Charybdis.
I got a question for you. Isn't it just ironic?
But that's why he should have been named the star. He ain't learning that.
Isn't it ironic? Today, we got the 2 Michaels that have played for Atlanta and one that's getting ready to play. They both had good news happen on the same day. Think about that.
That is crazy.
Vic got a job as a head coach at Norfolk State. He's getting ready to have a ton of talent. Like, people don't realize, like, y'all saw that Prime flip Travis Hunter with no hesitation. Don't think it won't happen again with Michael Vick being the head coach at a HBCU. Like, I already love Southern University, but anybody on here see me rock Norfolk State stuff too. So again, I got more of a reason now to go down and go to a game now. So if any of y'all want to take a road trip next year, John, I already know you driving. Will, if y'all driving, we can plan a weekend where we can be around the Hampton Roads area and go see a game. I can tell you that now.
Hey,
game. I'm gonna tell you the game, whether it's good or bad. The band's gonna show out, but I'm gonna tell you like this: the game I want to go to, if they play each other on the schedule next year, I either want to go to Virginia State and Norfolk State or Hampton and Norfolk State. That rivalry game. That's what I want to go to.
Okay.
That's going to be a hell of an environment. Shoot, Birdcage will be live up in there. I tell you that now.
Hey, Michael Vick versus rivalry game. I'm all for it, man.
Boy, you going to see a whole bunch of Falcon jerseys out there with that 7 on it. I tell you that now.
I'm trying to tell you.
I still got me a pair of Vic sneakers in the box right over here. Still got my Vicks.
Yeah, man.
I got my
You got
question for the panel.
And I just think it's beautiful that Vic got his job now. And here's the best part about it. I keep telling folks, we need a pipeline to HBCU. Guess what? That man right there still affiliates with the Falcons. Still comes around.
Yep.
We got a chance to actually bring in some more talent. And this man is actually coaching the talent or coaching against the talent. So you're going to know what's out here. So even if you don't draft them, give the guys an opportunity, because you can see that, as I said before, Kadero Hodge is a product of an HBCU, and the man been shining since he's had his second chance.
Yeah, and it's time to add a little pastel to various positions on our football team.
Linebacker,
scouting department.
Yeah, that too.
But if you notice, Ellis, let's be real. If you notice, Ellis was all over. Ellis has been all over the place the last couple of games because they finally have figured out what we've said. The defensive line is finally getting pushed, and they keeping him clean. And you see what happens when you keep him clean. And he was in coverage too last night.
Yeah, Cam, I want you to anchor your question.
Whit brought Bowers.
Yeah. Cam, I want you to anchor your question, but before you do, we might as well just go ahead and call it for what it is. Troy Anderson is a bust.
Yeah, he got to go.
Woo! I said that yesterday, and I got called every name but the child of God yesterday.
He going IR. He going to miss the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we took him over Nakobe Dean.
A Buckets Award winner.
And not just a Buckets Award winner. Think about this. The man was playing with an injured pectoral his rookie year. Got 9 tackles, solo tackles on special teams. They waited to play him until the middle of the season, and they started working him in there. And hell, he played in the Super Bowl. He got a tackle in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So again, when you look at it, the man was an engineer. The man damn near carried a 4.0 GPA playing middle linebacker.
Yes.
And if anybody knows, and James, you know this too, bro, being a defensive player is hard, knowing all the side adjustments and everything else. Being a linebacker, I'm a safety, and I can tell you it's hard. They got a lot more on their plate than we have. And for him to do that as a middle linebacker at Georgia and then be a Buckets Award winner, and he's an engineer on top of that,
while being undersized at that.
And
exactly.
So let me tell y'all.
Sam Mills used to terrorize this whole 5'2" Joker. Beat the hell out of the Falcons when he was with the Saints and when he was with the Panthers.
So
smart football player.
Here's a question I have for the panel, right? Over the last 3 weeks, we're starting to see this defense start to gel. We're starting to see the punch that everyone expected with Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates. They're learning how to play off of each other. Jimmy Lake has learned how to scheme up blitzes. What is the expectation for the rest of this season with this defense when you bring a guy like Ruko or Roro and you put him in? And we saw the disruptiveness that he brought last night. When you have the ability of a Street who is starting to demand a double team, he's pushing the offensive line. You get a healthy Anyamata back. Grady is starting to believe in that knee. Where can this defense take us? Because again, the offense is going to crawl. It's not going to be a world beater right off the bat. We all know it's going to take them a while to get up to speed, especially with this now inserted Michael Penix.
Right.
How far can this defense take us if they continue to play the way that they've been playing over the last 3 weeks?
Well, I'm going to say this real quick. We played against a 2-11 football team. We playing against another good football team. So, I mean, they just got to gain momentum and confidence that they play. I mean, if they go back and look at the film, man, there's a lot of things they can hang their hat on and be like, yeah, but at the same time, they can make some improvements. I mean, if Jerry Gray and Mr. Lake can continue to work together at the jail as they did, the defense can take it far. But I think it's going to take Mr. Lake to go on his cheat sheet with Mr. Gray and be like, hey, Mr. Gray, what you think about this? How should we scheme this up? How should we do that? If they can work together, the defense can be formidable.
I'll say this. And I agree with Gray Beard. The defense can go so far. They need to stick to the scheme that they're running now. Due to the simple fact it is, he's calling more blitzes. He's using Caden Ellis properly like he's supposed to. That's for one. But two, the secondary, they're gonna have to put some more zones in, but not like the zones to keep them underneath and everything. Not those cover threes, but they have to put more zones in to cover the holes with D Alpha and Mike Hughes. The thing is, as far as offense catching up and everything, that's the difference that I have with that.
Yeah.
Because like I said earlier, this is Michael Penix's playbook. So he knows the playbook. It does they They just have to get used to that ball coming out a little bit more speedy now because Michael Penis has an arm.
You got a zip.
He got a zip.
Accuracy.
And everything
we
like
got,
that.
and the first thing he better do, Kyle Pitts, don't you half-ass on these routes.
Oh man, he better not, man.
Oh no, it's got to be Hey, everybody, I don't give a damn. It's got to come out. It's got to be a conversation. It's got to be had. And
Mr. Pilates.
he's been able to sit on the side all year and watch this, and he got to tell him, look, if the ball don't come your way right off the bat, I need you to calm down, big fella. I'm gonna look for you. I got to use you in the red zone. You're a mismatch.
Yeah.
But don't get pissed and don't give up on the play because I'm gonna need you if I gotta scramble around and I got to throw on the run. I'm gonna need you, big boy. That's that's a conversation that he's gonna have with him, and Kyle's gonna have to learn to trust him because no lie, he's had two quarterbacks that have put him in a spot, and I'm still hard on Kyle. Pause, but I'm still tough on him when it comes to you being drafted that high and you still aren't producing in that sense. But now you have a quarterback that can get you the ball. Let's see what you're going to do. Because now you have no excuse. You got a young guy who can get the ball to you.
Yeah.
Sling it.
Who can sling it and put it right on you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did y'all also
Now,
notice
I got a problem.
John, what's your problem?
I got a problem.
Oh, here we go.
What are these coaches telling this Kyle Pitts boy about how to play football like a damn professional? Son, you on my field. I'm going to have my quarterback throw my football to you. When he doesn't throw it to you, you have a route to run.
And you got players to block.
You got a route to run. You got players to block. If I see you cheating on my route, if I see you drop my football on the ground, we are going to get together. I will put that joker in front of the jugs machine and cut it up to 150 miles an hour. You better not drop that nan ball.
Good Lord.
No, see, this is the thing. See, this conversation.
John, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna let you get that favor. If you want to say something to him, you can come on in here.
Come on in here.
The link is already in here. Since you said not too much for Kyle.
Come on.
I was supposed to have got his number last night because I wanted him to come on.
Don't worry, you can get it today.
But see, this is the thing. These conversations should have been had a while back.
I agree.
You've been saying that, John.
you know, well, see, this is what I'm saying. See, everybody now is, you need to have a conversation with him. Just stop cheating on my routes. Go ahead and run the route where you're supposed to. I almost cussed then.
Yeah, you did.
Negro.
These athletes are different, John. These athletes are different.
John, what you call him, John?
That's what I put in Facebook when I don't want to.
No, Pharaoh. It's not even about him not being a blocker. It's about him half running his routes, my guy.
Yeah,
there's literally
it's
a
the
whole highlight. There is a highlight film on YouTube of Kyle Pitts stopping on his routes, and the ball is thrown to him, and he's trying to catch up to the ball.
Or fumbling the ball on the 1 yard line.
Or fumbling the ball at the one and getting
no.
Lord, John.
That wasn't no fumble. He was Cadillacing. This joker was Cadillacing in the end zone and threw the ball back behind him. What the boy?
He can't Cadillac.
Man, John, I got a question for you.
He pulled it.
John, I got a question for you.
John, calm down. John, calm down. You bring bad moments.
I hate to see stuff like
Wait a minute, John. I gotta ask you a question. I'm stirring the pot a little bit. Did he have the white wall ties on that Cadillac?
Man, look here. That joker had white wall ties with that chicken grease all on the doggone sidewall.
Not the chicken grease,
no,
man.
Look, John, to answer your question, a lot of these athletes are a lot different from back in the 80s and the early 90s. These kids are they're prima donna. They're taught this at an early age. When you're a Kyle Pitts and you are up in the Philadelphia area, Ryan has said this plenty of times on this podcast. he has been babied, he's been nurtured, and he's been pampered to believe he's better than what he truly is. And I go back to his college days. He had one good college season, and we got bamboozled by a man in a t-shirt and shorts. Everyone looks great in t-shirt and shorts, but can you do it when you have on full pads? And he can't.
Hold up. Wait a minute, Tyreek. I ain't cutting him some slack.
The only thing I'm cutting.
The only thing, hey John, tell him the only thing we cutting is that joker with a cat of nine tail when we slap it across his backside.
Damn.
Tyreek, answer this question for me. Hey
John, you got the book. John said he got a bullwhip, a 38, and a 2x4.
Why would we cut Kyle Pitts slack when he's
give me the 2x4, John? I got you.
Drafted tight end of all.
Man, y'all have a good night, y'all.
All right.
What you say?
All right. Tight end of all time. Why should we cut him slack?
All time.
Answer that question.
And see, Coach, just like you said, okay. I was told every time, I go on We Talk Hawks and if Pharaoh comes in, he can vouch for it. Every time I say you can't coach, I tell them that, they calling these kids in college, okay? They calling them in high school, just like you said, Coach. Then when they get to the armed forces, to the real armed forces, they expect that same type of doggone coddling once they get up here where they making this money. No, sir. Because see, man, Bill Parcells, Mike Ditka, Belichick, all of those coaches right now, man, look here.
Mike Singletary.
Especially Singletary. Because see, when Singletary doggone dropped his pants in front of the whole locker room and said, y'all ain't worth 2 flies dead squish, among other things he said. Hey, he said, and just like Keith Armstrong, he was talking to doggone Rashid Hageman and Malachi Goodman. You ain't good enough to be an asshole. Do you have a gold jacket? Who are you?
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
He told him, he said, this is crap.
Yeah.
He said, this is crap.
He showed them because the play he was showing them, they didn't block for the punter. They just took off and left the man. The man got knocked dead on his behind. He said, this is just as selfish an act as you can see. Look at this. Look at it. What the hell, man? He said, I coached it the right way. Do what I tell you to do. And see, thing is, Raheem Morris and his coaching staff do not impress me as talking like that. They don't impress me as really, hanging foot in rear end. Whooping,
John, it's only one on the staff that does it, John. It's only one on the staff who does it. Do you know who that is?
The tight end coach.
Jerry Gray.
Jerry Gray.
Yeah.
Jerry Gray is the only one.
Defense. That's the only person doing it, and he on defense. And see, the thing is, your tight ends coach, your offensive line coach, your wide receivers coach, your running back coach, all of them. Man,
and that's why
we missed that opportunity right then.
I believe men.
John, you know we need to bring back for the D line. John, you know who we need to bring back for the D line or the linebacker coach? Bring back Brian Cox, please.
Bring back Brian Cox.
Bring back Brian.
I tell people, look,
can we bring
John,
back Mike Tyson?
I'm old enough to all of us. I don't know if William's old enough to remember when Brian Cox was playing linebacker for the Bears, the Patriots, and the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Brian was one of them dudes, and the Jets. Brian was one of them dudes you did not want to get hit by.
No,
he was just as intense as a coach as he was a player.
With that doggone headrest behind that he used to have in the back of his head.
Yeah,
the man had a
black
John, he had a comfort. Look, he had the top of a comforter in the back of his helmet, just like that. Yeah.
Hey, Brian. and did not play. And see, he was the one that really kept. Man, he made that defensive line play above their doggone heads in 2016. That's just not he really had his foot in them jokes behind. And
coaching matters.
My problem My problem is that you don't have that on this staff. Now, I want to know and I want to see if they had a press conference to announce Kirk Cousins being benched. I just saw this blurb over the news.
Myles Garrett posted it, and he's talking about it tonight on the news. So it's already blowing up, John.
Oh
yeah. But I wanted to see if Raheem Morris made the announcement in front of some people, and I wanted to check out his demeanor and check out how he was talking or whatever. Just to see. Yeah. Because the thing is now, they interviewed him today. 6 o'clock they interview, the Falcons every Tuesday or every Monday after the game. And I think he's going to be interviewed again Thursday. So I guess we'll find out then. I just want to see what he looks like, how he's talking, the words he's using. Is he trying to sell me a used Pinto, or or he's trying to try to get me to buy something I don't want to buy, or are you gonna be for real? Kirk,
John, he already sold you that.
He sold it to you.
He already sold you that.
He sold it to you Monday night.
John, we were literally, how can I put it? John, we're really just like, how can I put it? We're at an all-white party, and this man is a ketchup salesman. That's really what he is. He got all us buying ketchup and saying, you can squeeze it all, you can squeeze it out the package, you can throw it all over the place. It's going to get on your clothes and rub right off. He definitely came in here with guns blazing just like that. Really, dog?
No, I'm not eating. I'm just saw Raheem Morton chewing the gum, looking at the scoreboard.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, he doing Raheem. That's for sure, Raheem.
I'm just sitting back. I'm just sitting back, just like, man, this dude is a true used car salesman. That's why we say, hey, you got to be careful dealing with the folk from Jersey and New York. Shout out to my people that's tuning in from Jersey and New York. Much love to y'all. But you got to watch y'all. Y'all slick as a duck without wings, with butter rubbed across the feathers. That's just how slick y'all are.
Wait a minute, and don't discount these folk down here now. hey, cause you know who used to drive me crazy. Doggone Mr. Haney on Green Acre. That joke, man. Right now, if I look at Green Acres, I just get infuriated because God, doggone y'all, that damn stupid. Because hey, man, these folk down here, these some dirty, when they can be some dirty suckers down here. Just ask anybody back in the 40s and 50s used to travel up and down 75 in those broken spots when you pull into the gas station and you pull out needing a hose, some doggone belts, and possibly some gas because they didn't put it in there.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, have y'all noticed we went from a 3-4 to a 4-3 quietly?
I'm gonna act that on Thursday.
You do run a 4-3.
We saving that for Thursday, man.
We
partying right now.
My apologies.
We partying. We say that for Thursday. You know what? That'll be your job. That'll be your job on Thursday when you come up in here. You gonna break that down, Coach.
Cause see now, well, I won't be able to be with you on Thursday because I think that's one of your your group shows. But John, will we? One thing that I wanted to do,
John, you're a podcast host, right?
Yeah, I am. But hey,
you can no. We let Smitty and them come in here on the show. Guess what? You want to come in Thursday? Wide open.
Well, thank you for the invitation. I got to see whether I'm going to be able to.
Our guy Ladarius was supposed to come in here tonight too. From earlier today, Ladarius, that's with T. Will and them boys. He was supposed to come in tonight with us.
Right. All right. But I wanted to know also if I don't make it Thursday, do we need to start running any 5-man fronts, Coach? Because see now that's what I'm seeing that they're doing to us.
Yeah, but we also did it a lot last night. If you watch how they move Kaden Ellis up to the line. That's your 5-man front. They're sneaking him in there, so they're either going to blitz him or drop him off, so the offense really doesn't see what's coming. And then you also have, and they also been dropping Arnold Ebiketie down there too, so they've been switching them out, and that's the one thing that I've been calling for all doggone season. Learn to scheme up your blitzes. Blitz from different places. You don't want it to come from the same place every single time. And that's the one thing that they've done over the last 3 weeks. They've learned how to scheme up a blitz from different places. And Caden Ellis is the key that drives this vehicle.
Okay. But, gentlemen, I'm going to have to go. And I really appreciate you guys letting me come in here tonight.
We actually get ready to shut this thing. We actually get ready to shut this thing down tonight because we got a show for Thursday, so we can't reveal too much. So we appreciate you, Will. Also, we had James to come in earlier, and Nando. Appreciate y'all for coming through. This has been a productive night. It went from being a lackluster evening of being disappointed with how this team has been to guess what? Michael Vick gets a job as a head coach, and then Michael Penix gets the starting job. So both of the Michaels that wear that Falcons logo proudly definitely got some good news. And Falcon fans, baby, this is just what we do. As we always say, you either gonna get right or you gonna get left. And Raheem trying to get this thing right because damn it, he about to get left if he don't fix it.
Fact.
He still look, just because you made the move, you ain't out of hot water with me, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta
still
win.
in hot water.
You gotta win.
Hey, Ryan, one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing.
And we are doing again what we did last year.
Damn, we damn sure
boy.
did.
So, Ryan, one more
Life
thing before you
is
shut it down.
hell
One more
for
thing.
a Falcon fan and a Falcon quarterback too.
One more thing before you shut it down, right? To all of our service members foreign and abroad, happy holidays. We love y'all. Thank you for keeping us safe and fighting for our freedoms. Every one of us up here have been in the military at some point. We love each and every one of y'all.
Served on Christmas. We all done served on some. We all done served on some kind of holiday. I can tell you right now, I got about 4 Christmases I've served, and I got 6 Thanksgivings I've been underway on. So I can tell you up front, I know.
I got 9 of them things.
I know.
I got 9 of them things under my belt.
Yeah.
I done served damn near every holiday. Then you served on New Year's.
Yep. And I've been on convoy on New Year. Happy New Year on the way down. Man, God.
It ain't nothing. Look, ain't nothing like sitting on watch and you eat mid rats before you go to watch, and you see that 12 o'clock hit. You looking at your watch stand. You know what? Happy New Year, bro. And you sitting there floating underway, hoping like, man, please don't let nothing jump off tonight. Let's just make this easy.
I'm just trying to get bed down for the night. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. So we definitely gonna see you guys on Thursday. Talk about the Giants and the Falcons and what this Michael Penix era is going to do. We might have another special guest coming in. We might have a Giants fan actually coming in this weekend to talk with us. And he actually is a college football host. Unfortunately, he's an Alabama fan, but we'll forgive him. We're going to charge that to his ignorance and let him slide. My man is over in Germany, so like I said, we're going to work the details out. If he can't come, we'll try to get him on the post-game show if we can't get him on Thursday. But as we say, you either get right or you get left. And now the Penix era begins. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Pray.